Hi everybody, it's Dr. Nichols-Boyle. I wanted to walk you through how to do a podcast or a video recording for your supplemental report in this short video. And again, you have the option of doing just a regular written report. But if you choose to do a podcast or a video, I'll show you how to do those options fairly quickly. And again, this is supplemental to your final multimedia individual style guide project. So because that project, as we've discussed in the style guide, is aimed at the client, it doesn't really give you an opportunity to use I, talk about your choices, explain anything you need me to know, and really reflect on the project. So that's what this additional little bit is for. So this will be worth about 5% of your final grade here. So you'll find the instructions of what goes into the presentation again in the final multimedia individual style guide project and supplemental report / presentation instructions. So if you go down to the bottom of this here, it gives the presentation information and requirements here, and this shouldn't be very long. It includes these kinds of information here and should be between 3 to 5 minutes about. And again, I'm going to show you how to do this in Kaltura if you want to use your screen and show some of your options there, or just through the comment feature if you just want to do a quick recording of your voice or camera. You can also use your phone or something else, but make sure it's in MP3 or MP4 if you want to. And if you write it, of course, this would be 1 to 2 pages, but these are the kinds of things that you'll include in here. An explanation of your current multimedia platform, so things like Facebook, Twitter, whatever, what the client's input was that helped you in creating that information, how you incorporated the brand vision and the audience or the client's needs into your media, the resources, best practices, and professional tools that you use to justify and explain your choices. Some of those may be in the report itself linked to, and some of them may not have been directly as much, but you still want to show me what you used. So this might be a good place where possibly you would show this in the report itself. And any additional explanation of other choices for and your content for the media, like if you did an icon or that you didn't explain fully, or the hashtags, retweets, etc., the steps you took, how you prepare for the final individual report, any difficulties you encountered, how you overcame them, or how you weren't able to overcome them. I'll take that into consideration with your grade as well. At least one element of which you are particularly proud and why. And then if you did have unlimited technical expertise and time, how would you change or add to the media that you created? And you can consider examples like comparison accounts that you've used, or things that we've analyzed, looked at in class, and just the best practices to do that. So first of all, I will show you how to do this with just a quick recording of either just your face or a podcast. So the easiest way to do this is to just go into the submission here and make it into a comment. So this is for the group social media style guide. You'll be doing this for the individual one. So this is in the test student. I'm putting it so it would be like what your view would look like. So you will just hit media comment here in the comments, and you go into your grades. And you would choose the assignment and go into the comment here. And as you can see, it's already captured my face, and the microphone is using the computer here. So if you want to just use your voice, just do a podcast recording, you can go ahead and turn off the webcam. So you would just hit webcam here and hit no video. And in that case, now it would just record your voice, right? And for the microphone, it will default usually to your computer microphone. If you have a different one, you can choose it here as well. And then again, you could add the webcam back, and it will show your face again. And then when you're ready, you just start recording, and it will do your countdown. And then always wait a second and then start. This is my discussion about Facebook for the American Democracy Project. And what I did was, and then you just go through it, and you can see that it'll have tell you how long it is here, and then hit finish. or if you start messing up, you can always hit start over right away. So when you hit finish, you can play it back to see how it sounds and looks. And if you're not happy, you can start over. If you are happy, then just go ahead and title it something like Final Supplemental Report. And then you save it. It sometimes takes a second to process depending on the length of it. But it will save, and then it will show up here in the media comments. And once it's processed, it'll have the preview with your picture as well. So that's how you do the basic feature. Now, if you want to be able to maybe edit a little bit or show your screen, then there's another extra step to take. And in that case, you want to go into Kaltura My Media. You can also do this kind of basic thing in My Media, but it's probably easier to just go straight into the comment and not have to attach and upload it. So from the Kaltura My Media, you'll get this screen, which says it's using the desktop recorder, and it will ask you if you've not used it before to download this for Windows or Mac. You'll have to do that first. It's a very quick step and doesn't take long at all. I already have mine, so I would just go straight into it. It'll look like this. So if I go into manage, you'll have this come up first. It has a library of all your things if you've recorded anything, but then you just go into new recording. Okay, new recording comes up, and you'll have the option then of turning off the screen or on if you want to keep the screen on if you're using this personal capture. That's kind of the point. And you can choose the full screen, or you can select the area. Like, for example, if I was doing this here, then I might select area, and then it gives you a screen, and maybe I just want to capture this and not have all the extra part at the bottom showing up on my screen, and so on. So maybe I just do like this much, and then I would hit confirm, maybe even a little bit further in, and that is part of my screen as it goes through. Okay, and then you have the option of having the camera, so that would not show your face. If you put the camera on, then it's going to use your screen, and it will have your face on it as well. So your face will be like in the corner, and then the main screen will be the document or whatever's on your computer, and that would be more like a true presentation. And then the audio, of course, you can select the built-in microphone, or if you have another microphone option there as well. What I've made is I'm going to keep the camera on. I'm going to go ahead and start recording. And you have it ready. Again, you'll have a countdown. 1. Until you see the microphone turn live before recording, because it does take a second there. And then you would begin. I did the Titan Success Center Facebook style guide for my final project. And one of I first did an overview of Facebook and talked about their mission. The mission of the Titan Success Center was and you could even do PowerPoint slides or add in this information if you want to show something else as well. And the client input talked about this, which is how I came to this conclusion. And then maybe go into your best practices. Some of the resources I used to come up with this was this, etc., and so on. So you'll be going through, talking about it, and when you're finished, you'll see the countdown here. You'll just hit stop. You can always minimize this too so it doesn't show up, but I kind of like to see where I'm at with it. So you stop recording. Sure you want to record, stop it, yes. And then you can play it back from here, but it doesn't really show in the right way that it would look. So generally what you would do here is change the title, and you can always change this later too, but change the title again, Final supplemental report, something like that, a supplemental presentation maybe. And when you have your title decided, then you want to save and upload. And then as it's uploaded, it will go to the Kaltura media. So you can see it's pending here. It sometimes takes a little bit of time for it to upload depending on the length of it. So here's one I did earlier. I didn't actually title it. But when it's done, what you can do is you can click on the link to see it in a different window, or you can go into Kaltura Media and mess with it there. And that's probably what I would suggest, just to make sure everything looks all right and if you want to edit it or not. So if you go back into your Kaltura Media and click on that, it's been uploaded. I'll say click here to review and edit. It sometimes takes a little bit of time to process, but here it is. It's already in. So you can click on it here and it says it's being processed. So click here to refresh. So I'll look on one that's already been processed just to give you a better idea. So here's one that I did earlier as a practice. And you can see the thumbnail that I have both my picture and then also the screen showing. And as people view it, they can kind of play around with this view. They could put the things side by side. I could do this, or they could just do a full screen, and they can move the picture around too so they can see the screen. So don't really worry about where that displays. You don't have to control that. But this is also if you wanted to edit. And it says you can download, but usually it doesn't really work. It just gives the text. So it just does the transcript, doesn't do the whole video. So generally, even that link, you can't share the link that is in Kaltura because it's private. So right now it's private. Nobody can see it but you when it's in here. So this is where you can kind of play it back, see if you like it. And then you have actions that you could do here. You could edit it. And again, here you can change the title if you wanted to, give description, whatever. And then you could also do some other things and create chapters and do things like that. But with such a short one, probably the easiest thing to do is just to change the title if you need to, but just to re-record if you have a lot of issues. And you can launch the editor here to do more complicated things. But again, I would suggest not really worrying about that for such a short presentation. Because this is where you could go through and then cut out parts and work with it more if you wanted to. Right? I'm not going to worry too much about all that right now. So here it is. Have it the way I want. And then how do you share it with me? So that's the final step. So you have a couple of options. Again, here in the media comment, if it says attach, choose file, you're not really going to be able to do that. Sorry, not attach file, media comment. I meant to do that. Sorry, cancel. The media comment, if you want to upload the media, you can go ahead and select the video file. And unfortunately, this would only work, because I wanted to show you this, it will only work if you had it saved without Kaltura, like in another document. So that is not really the best way to share it. So if you want to share it with me, and you can't figure out how to download it, sometimes you can download it right after recording, then you can go to the Kaltura Media Gallery. So this is visible to the whole class, but nobody's really going to watch it but me. Kaltura Media Gallery. And you add media here. And then you add new. Oh, no, it's not add new. You look at the ones that you already have. So here's final supplemental presentation. I click that and I hit publish. And then it will show up, and these are the ones that are available to the whole class, and I will be able to see it. So if you save it, make sure that you put your name in it, um, although it should show up in the from there, just in case, so that I know it's there. And then in your comment, you might say something like uh, available in Kaltura Media Gallery. So that's way I know where to find it. And that's it. So if you have any questions, let me know. And